Okay, good. So we have to continue from the next section to this one, so which is good. So now what we are going to do is we now have our header section, and you can see every other component that go into the header can actually be nested inside. So like the image, we are going to see image tags also, like the this navigation, we can going to see that navigation also. So let's just do that now. So we're going to do that. So if you see in these tags here, we have one called nav, sorry, not nag, nav. So we have the nav, and we have another one called figure. So like for you can use it for images and things like that on your page. So yeah, definitely. So I would just say that okay, in this header section we have two things, two siblings, this figure here and the nav. So then I can nest that inside of that. So we'll just say quickly that we have something called figure in this place, and don't forget to close this tag. So figure there. Then we have what we have the nav, and we can close nav. And basically, that is it. That's how HTML is being composed. So this here is the same thing as what we have here in code. So, and we have the footer also. So for the footer, for instance, we have a copyright section there. So we can just, in the footer, just put a paragraph tag. So you notice I'm not putting the content there, but just like for you to like understand how this thing works. So all these fundamental knowledge are very, very important because when you start seeing big complex application or web codes and you run into these things, you have the idea of what is happening and what they're doing. And this is going to help you as a developer to be able to have conversation in a more meaningful way, especially for you that you don't even have maybe computer science background or you don't know how this talks goes into. But when you have all these backgrounds and you can be able to have this lingua franca, this conversation with other developers, you can learn a lot. You understand? So look at the body. This is the body section. So there are different ways we can divide up this body. So the first thing I'm going to do is what we normally see on the side, which is sidebar. So for this sidebar here, let's just change this color to something different. So here there is something we can use that is called aside. You see this aside tag here. So and we can use the aside here to code this hub. And we just want to be able to be faster here, and we close that hub. So because I have 5 minutes for every recording, so I don't want to go beyond that so that it doesn't bore you out. Then the last thing we have here is what we call the main. Remember, we've run into the main before. We can change this to something. Oh, okay. Let me just do this orange. So this is the main section. So this main also can be break further into what we have. Yeah, we have a section here, and we have an article that go in here, and we have a summary that comes in here. So that is exactly how our page can be rendered semantically. So we have the main. In the main, we have the article. In the article, we have maybe a section, and then we have this summary. So that is how this works. So it's really amazing. The kind of semantic structuring that HTML5 gives to us, because we can like scope us code our HTML page in a way that is readable, like an English language, something that you understand what it's. If I see this, like, oh, this is an aside. Yeah, this is a footer. This is an header. This is a navigation. This is a figure. This is an article. This is the main content of the page, and that's it. So if you have any questions about uh, semantic HTML5, just put it in the comments, and see you in the next lesson. Bye bye.